They can reveal our respect or our disregard for convention. Vain trifles as they seem, Virginia Woolf wrote in Orlando, clothes change our view of the world and the world's view of us. As I sit here and write this, I'm wearing a black cotton jersey dress with a white pointed collar and shirt cuffs, made in Bangladesh. I spotted it on a Facebook ad, clicked through, and within days it was delivered to my home. It is flattering and fashionably on point. But did I think hard about where it came from when I ordered it? Did I consider why it only set me back $30? Did I need this dress? No, no, and nope. I am not alone. Every day, billions of people buy clothes with nary a thought, nor even a twinge of remorse, about the consequences of those purchases. In 2013, the Center for Media Research declared that shopping was becoming America's favorite pastime. Shoppers snap up 5 times more clothing now than they did in 1980. In 2018, that averaged 68 garments a year. As a whole, the world's citizens acquire 80 billion apparel items annually. And if the global population swells to 8.5 billion by 2030, and GDP per capita rises by 2% in developed nations and 4% in developing economies each of those intervening years, as experts predict, and we don't change our consumption habits, we will buy 63% more fashion, from 62 million tons to 102 million tons. This is an amount, the Boston Consulting Group and the Global Fashion Agenda report, that would be the equivalent of 500 billion T-shirts. All this is by design. In airports, you can pick up an entire new wardrobe on the way to the gate. In Tokyo, you can score a tailored suit from a vending machine. Love that outfit on Instagram? Click, click, and it's yours. Walk into a fashion store. Techno thumps. Surfaces gleam. The light is desert sharp. Ah, the better to see the abundance of offerings. A freneticism sets in. Price, curiously, becomes moot. You're so beguiled and so overstimulated, you forget to consider such fundamentals as quality. It's like a sex shop, a former fashion magazine editor mused as we discussed it over lunch in Paris one day. Or a Vegas casino, I countered. You spend freely, recklessly even. And though you've probably been rooked, you feel like you've won. The expectation is to keep up with the ever-changing trends, to respond to the constant noise that says, "Come buy something else." Dilys Williams, director of the Center for Sustainable Fashion at the London College of Fashion, told me. The original pre-industrial definition of fashion was to make things together, a collective that is a convivial sociable process we use to communicate with each other. The current definition is the production, marketing, and consumption of clothes, an industrialized system for making money, she said. And it's not sustainable. None of it. Since the invention of the mechanical loom, nearly 2.5 centuries ago, fashion has been a dirty, unscrupulous business that has exploited humans and earth alike to harvest bountiful profits. Slavery, child labor, and prison labor have all been integral parts of the supply chain at one time or another, including today. On occasion, society righted the wrongs through legislation or labor union pressure. But trade deals, globalization, and greed have undercut those good works. Up until the late 1970s, the United States produced at least 70% of the apparel that Americans purchased. And, thanks to the New Deal, for much of the 20th century, brands and manufacturers were expected to adhere to strict national labor laws. But in the late 1980s, a new segment of the apparel business cropped up. Fast fashion, the production of trendy, inexpensive garments in vast amounts at lightning speed in subcontracted factories to be hawked in thousands of chain stores. To keep the prices low, fast fashion brands slashed manufacturing costs, and the cheapest labor was available in the world's poorest countries. Offshoring caught on across the industry, just as globalization was unfurling.